This video is going to review the top 5 stance breaking and critical hits builds that are unexpectedly good. This is the part 2 of our previous video. Each build in this video has a link in the description with the boss fight and the build details. Number 5. Marikas Hammer build. You can get this weapon after defeating the Elden beast. It is particularly good for NG+. The Golden Breaker Ash of War allows you to jump into the air and launch forward to slam the hammer down on the enemies. This skill does 40 stance damage. The downside is that the animation after the slam is very slow, so it is best to use the skill to either break the stance or finish the boss off. The weapon's charge attack also does very good stance damage. This can be seen from the Redon's fight, when you needed to do 200 stance damage to break his stance. The most important stat is strength and some faith and dexterity. This is a level 120 character in the video. You can definitely put more points into faith to increase your damage, or more points into vigor to increase your survivability. Number 4. Brick Hammer build. Surprisingly, this weapon found early in the Stormville Castle will carry me over NG+6. Comparing to the Giant Crasher, this weapon has much smaller size, which will not block the screen, and it only requires 31 strength to wield versus 60. The playstyle is very simple, just use its charged attacks combined with jump attacks occasionally to break the boss's stance very easily. Remember, this is in NG+6, where the bosses have much higher stance damage resistances. However, it doesn't matter at all to make them kneel in front of you using this brick hammer. It is very easy to build. To be honest, strength is all you need. All other stats are optional, and you can start using this weapon from very early in the game. I don't think this weapon is this strong until I tried it. Number 3. Great Club build. You may have heard that Great Club does the highest poise damage when two-handed and using the charged attack. I would say yes. It breaks almost every boss's stance in the game, including the Elden beast. Buffed with the Blood Flame Blade, it is very visually stunning. The critical hits are the best way to feel satisfied. You may not know that Blood Flame Blade buff will apply to the projectiles of the Golden Land, which is the default weapon Ash on Great Club. This means that you can apply bleed from a distance to the boss. The most important stat is still strength, which makes a lot of sense, as breaking stance is our strength. If you are this long into the video, please smash the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to never miss a video. Number 2. Dragon King's Crackblade build. You need to kill one of the hardest dragons in the game in order to get this weapon. However, there's a reason for that. The default weapon skill, Thundercloud Form, deals 71 stance damage if you can land all the hits, combined with Glintblade Phalanx Ashes of War, which does up to 40 stance damage. You can easily break the stance of any enemy. Surprisingly, Thundercloud Form Ash of War can also allow you to fly and track the target in a very long distance and finally break the stance like this. In this build, I chose to punish the bosses using Ancient Dragon Lightning Strike, so the most important stats are dexterity to boost the weapon AR and faith to increase the incantation damage. As you have 80 faith, it will allow you to be very versatile in the playthrough by using all the incantations whenever you want. Number 1. Wardo vs Great Sword build. Look at the Ash of War on this weapon. It is not only beautiful, but also strong for stance breaking in a very stylish way. And you dress up like a Crucible Knight. The strongest boss will kneel to you and nothing in the game can stop you. As this weapon is a great sword, you can also use its charged attack to break stance depending on the situation. Look at the critical hits, sticking your great sword into the Elden beast. I enjoyed this build very much. Again, this is also a strength build focusing on strength with some faith. In summary, this is the most stylish way of stance breaking in the game in my opinion. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comment below to let me know which build you want to play or other stance breaking builds that you recommend. See you in the next one.